We're back now for your Lounge Live Saturday morning. DSN W100 the broadcast. We got a crowded studio. I guess everybody excited to see. They don't never come to see me.
Nah, it's the food.
Food. Again, big shout to the teacher, man. Yeah, no doubt. But we got a young lady here that rocks with Heather. Heather still joined us, and you might have seen her on Black Ink. She let the hair grow a little bit since then. But I like it though. I'm only bald headed to being here, even though Rodeo has one backstage.
Mind your business, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about my head. That's right. That's right. That's right. Look, show your ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nafi Lounge, lovely DiDi. Welcome to the show, hon.
Thank you.
I know you said you was out last night, so don't take this calmness as the norm. I'm just trying to get my mind right. So we got more mimosas and stuff for you.
Good.
We good? Oh, just talk to the mic. Just don't be afraid to steal.
Good. I got the red tip now.
She got the red tip too.
I got the red tip now.
There's a lot of that going on in here, red tips, like red bottom shoes. There's a lot going on.
Now you've been again, no stranger to camera for those who are Black Ink fans, which is a very popular VH1 show. You was on Black Ink last year. And, did your thing and had your interludes there. We won't kind of go into too much unless you want to go into it. Mm-hmm. But you're now working with Heather. Now, we were just talking offline about just in your social presence, you're not going to give away your quality. Talk about working, number one, with a legend, and number two, how that presence with Heather has now garnered you, how you promote yourself outside in the free world. Like, you got your Instagram and Facebook, what you won't do because of your influence working with Heather Hunter.
Well, Heather and I started working before Black Ink happened.
Mm-hmm. We actually before.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
way before. We've been working together for 5 years now?
Yeah, about 5 years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up.
If you log onto her website, you'll see a couple different looks of me.
Yeah.
Different hair colors,
Right.
different hairstyles. So, this ain't new, the hair stuff.
But I like
Pocahontas look.
It's new to me.
Yeah, they got this whole Kim Kardashian's making it seem like it's a new thing. Like, we've been doing this forever.
Right.
Let me just put that out
That's a
there.
little Dax. That's
Yeah.
right.
Nah, I ain't worried about that. I'm a black man. Don't worry about
Exactly.
that. I've seen it all. But again, it works for you though. So
Yeah,
you're
thank
doing
you.
it, no doubt.
Thank you. So yeah, her and I have been working for a really long time, and Black Ink came after. This was when I was dating Ashley Sassy, as you guys know her.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. It was very different. But like you guys were talking before, things have changed a lot. It's like everybody's willing to do everything and anything for exposure.
Right.
And like you guys said before, I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s, and you needed confidence to get
Swagger of
yes,
sorts.
but now all you need is a couple bathroom pictures. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Oops, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's like, what's going on?
Yo, hold on, we got the Jeopardy music.
I'm sure
We back.
I'll get an email.
We back.
Y'all worth it. Don't worry about it. You're worth it.
We're talking about red tips and 69 and all that. I mean, it's a little what the fuck.
But it's all about expression.
It's a number. It's
all about
metaphors.
It's a number, ladies and gentlemen. 69, that's a number. Go ahead.
So yeah, it was a little different working with on the show as opposed to working with some. The show was a lot of fun. It was very different. It was a great experience. I definitely could have capitalized on that opportunity, but I felt that it wasn't where I was most confident in. I like being behind the camera, in front of the camera, especially when shooting. I like shooting nude. I do. I enjoy that very much. Kind of brought that beast out of me.
Talk about that a little bit, because obviously the human body is a beautiful thing, and I love the woman body, I might say. So my voice even got low on that.
Yeah.
But talk about that confidence, because there are a lot of people who would love to do it, but they don't have the confidence. And maybe not all of them are built to be on Heather Hunter, work with Heather Hunter, but just from a standpoint of empowerment, talk about that a little bit.
I think that instant gratification has been replaced instead of confidence. I think that women don't really understand how beautiful their bodies really are. I'm cool with plastic surgery. Hell, I want to get some too. I'm totally okay with that.
I take natural beauty. No,
whatever you got to do to be comfortable in your own skin. We have science, technology nowadays. You can make it happen. Do whatever's gonna make you feel happy.
Right, exactly. Preserve the sexy.
But I think, like I said, women are doing things that are out of instant gratification as opposed to confidence. So I think when shooting with Heather, then because people are like, oh my God, you're working with Heather Hunter, like you're a porn star now. I'm like, no, like it wasn't even like that. This woman has put me in a sequence wig. She has fantasies, like she has passion. When we're shooting, it's like it's a vision that we're like, and it's like my body becomes part of the entire thing.
And it takes a special person to have that, because everybody can't bring out.
And she makes you comfortable in front of the camera. She brings it out of you. Remember when I first started shooting, I used to give you the...
Yeah, because when
I used to be like, wait, not my nipple. Don't look at this. I used to be like, and then after a while, it was just like, take it. You know?
Heather, when are you shooting next, though?
I was like how she did the secret. She went,
you know?
I was like, how low will you go?
Flashback of her being behind the camera, like.
But we've also done a lot of commercial beauty stuff too, as well.
Right.
You know, it's just a combination of anything she wants to do if we think of something creative.
Right.
But it's always done with class. That's the most important.
Yes,
thing.
definitely.
Very.
And
important
obviously
for me.
the views and just the stuff you have presented, it's all first class quality. I mean, me being in marketing by trade, I experienced that, and that's always my pet peeve to every client I work with is that if it doesn't look good in the beginning. Right. It's a wrap. You know, the book cover's gotta look good. You know, for the book cover, if the book is good. No, if the cover doesn't help my aesthetic,
ain't nobody
I'm not amazing time.
Right. Agreed.
You know, now again, when you go back to the Black Ink stuff, kind of like jumping around a little bit here, when you're bringing your personal life into a reality show, you know, whether it's scripted or just they put you in parts. How the camera's off? Like obviously you have a career here with Heather. You're a beautiful woman. You was in a real relationship. But how is that play like when when the camera people feel they can engage into your personal life that don't know you, but yet you still got to live. You still got to go to the supermarket. You still enjoy life. You still go. So how is that play?
We were just having this conversation on the way here.
We were,
because I was like, I'm like reinventing myself.
Right.
I'm, growing my hair out. I'm changing everything, about myself physically right now because it was very hard for me to move around with the baldy. Right. It was so hard. Not only did I look like Amber Rose, I got Amber Rose all the time.
Right, I can imagine.
Got that all the time. But then people started to realize the girl from Black Ink. Now I grew up in the Bronx. My mom lives in 176, and like Morris, Jerome, in that area. So
South Bronx.
Yeah. So everybody in that area watches Black Ink.
Right.
So it was very difficult for me to kind of come in and out, or for me to even work anywhere because like I'm in the, and it was very difficult because people kind of look at you like, aren't you on TV? Shouldn't you be making billions now? Shouldn't you be living in the Trump Towers or some shit? I'm like,
did that make it more of a personal threat going back home when people who everybody's never always happy for your success?
Yes.
So now people think with you or your family still there. Was it any issues on that level?
They didn't have that. Actually, the people in my neighborhood were extremely supportive.
That's good.
My mom's been living there for like over 20 years, and she was a teacher in the neighborhood, so they know her. Right. And they respect us. So they were very supportive. Every time they see me, the kids want to take pictures. It's very sweet.
Let me ask you. We have a few reality people on our show. Was you ready for the attention that you got from the reality show? Because a lot of people always say they want to be a star, but everybody's not ready for that attention. Was you ready for the attention that you got, positive and negative?
I feel that I could have been more prepared. I could have had my stuff more put together, and I could have kept up with the momentum and handle things a little differently. But I was ready for it. I was very excited. I enjoyed being in front of the camera. I loved how I looked in front of the camera.
And we loved you.
Yeah, she came off that.
We loved you.
I have to say this.
I was very much myself.
She was being herself. Right. That's what I liked about it.
This is no joke. We, obviously Heather told me you was coming on. We was happy to have you on as an added addition. And we have our conversations pre-show, and I got to tell you, I mean, I knew a little bit. Rodeo knew everything about you. I mean, he is our resident now VH1 expert.
Like I said, you did the camera well.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
He probably watching on his phone like in a private room. No, I'm not watching CNN.
Nah, I was at work. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing. I'm doing selfies.
You gotta go to Hunter Glam for that.
We're chopping up with DiDi and Heather Hunter on the career of DiDi and obviously the effect Heather's had with you. So you got each other 5 years. Let's talk about the next 5 years. What's in store for you? You career-wise, modeling. You've done the reality thing. Is acting in the cards? Is it other things, other imagery of modeling? What's the next step for you?
This year I decided to take time to work on content, work on myself, launch my website by the end of the year. I have a lot to say. I'm very passionate about what's going on with society right now, what's going on with women, mostly like, there's a lot of stuff going on, but mostly with the women, like going real quick back to what you said earlier.
We were talking, we had a conversation yesterday on the phone. I love that was just mind blowing. So it's even just talking to her, there's some creative things I want to do with her that is coming down in the future.
Real quick, do you see a lot of her in you? Because obviously when I see you look at her, you have that mental.
I see that a lot of men and women, especially young and even old. I've mentored, I've influenced a lot of people, and if I see something in somebody, I want to at least.
You want to see them win?
I want to see them win.
You want to see them grow.
You know, I'm not, like I was explaining to her, it's like I can have 10 beautiful women around me, and I want to see them all
I'm sure that's
succeed.
been, that's probably
you know what I
been
mean?
Many times in your life.
Oh, many times.
Well, yeah.
But you know what I mean? But I want to see them succeed.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of people that come through my life, they come through a reason.
Right.
And if I embrace them, it's really, I
It's a
really
beautiful
want to
thing.
see them grow.
You know, I commend you on that because not a lot of people
She's an
who do
intelligent
that.
woman.
Yeah.
You know, especially when she writes.
Right.
You know,
Thank
she's
you.
a writer.
Yeah,
You know,
that's one
so-
thing I'm looking into, going into school to just kind of like polish my skills in marketing and in,
We need to talk
in
then.
journalism.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Really
quick.
Sure.
She did mention something earlier. Photographers out there and, women just shooting with just anybody. I think after I shot with Heather, it was very difficult for me to work with anybody else. One, because she treated me with respect. She had an awesome setup and she paid me. Granted, we were collaborating, creating, and we were doing art, and sometimes, a lot of people do that, and that's all great. But I think it's very important that if you do have a talent, not just bathroom talent, like if you're gonna go into that studio, you're gonna show skill, you're gonna take that pain in your back, you're gonna sweat while you're shooting. It's not easy.
Right.
People think that modeling is easy, and just because they, because I think a lot of girls are in the industry for a come up, like you're not, not everybody's a Kim K.
Right.
Going back to
What
that.
she mentioned earlier, right?
Right, not everybody's a Kim K, but you can move yourself very smart. There's so many tools now compared to what we had growing up. And that's what I want to take advantage of now. And I have to say, about 2 weeks ago, I was thinking I need guidance. I need sort of guidance. And it was the weirdest thing that I just I reached out to her for other reasons, and there it was. It was beautiful how it manifested itself, and I'm very, very thankful for her.
Well, that's the
meeting
beauty
her.
of it. Obviously, it started out maybe just as a muse, situation, but it's obviously developing more creative and helpful things in your life, and probably with Heather as well. It's funny you mentioned that about the paid aspect because being compensated for what you are good at.
Right.
We've done this show now for a couple years, and I tell people that all the time. If you're gonna utilize our promotion and advertising, then it's only right that you would pay us. And we had a situation recently that I would remain nameless that had me just really, are you serious? I'm not getting up 5 o'clock in the morning for fun.
No.
A little fun, but less so.
Depends on who's there.
Right, exactly. Depends who's there. Maybe if
Got that selfie
if Dee knocking at my door with biscuits at 7 a.m., I'm getting up.
You might consider it.
You have to realize that, and I think a lot of people don't know their self-worth. It's so much lack of confidence, or people who need somebody to validate them. Obviously, I know for a fact she don't, and I can see you don't. And that's maybe why a lot of people don't know their self-worth. It's so much lack of confidence, or people who need somebody to validate them. Obviously, I know for a fact she don't, and I can see you don't. And that's maybe why I make ham sandwiches, because you guys can collab and realize.
Ham sandwich.
With cheese on it too. But you guys can come together because you both sense confidence. A personalities go with a personality.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what our set is in our 950 team. I'm so proud. Obviously, Sapphire's not here today, but our clique is A mentalities, and maybe that's why we all draw together. Maybe that's why Heather's here today, and she brought you. So I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate being here. The influences and the energy in here is very dope, I have to say.
I appreciate that.
It's flowing very positive, and I think she's also big on empowering women, by taking your picture naked and this is beautiful. There's pictures that I hated. I used to be like that's not gonna work, Heather. I don't. And then after a while, I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, it's so
Remember,
beautiful.
Heather, 101 right here.
Right there.
That's right.
Yeah, the Al Bundy.
I came back up.
Bundy edition.
I came back up, Started from the bottom, but now I'm here.
You talked about putting it up with Heather Hunter and DiDi, Black Ink from DiDi from Black Ink. You talked about empowerment of women. Obviously, talk about your thoughts in this political process. Obviously, we have a woman running for president who's leading in her prospective party.
Boy, you don't sound thrilled.
I didn't say I didn't sound thrilled.
She's
I'm a
leading.
pundit right now.
Oh.
So I'm just giving out the question. But talk about what's on this political process. Obviously, unless she was on the rock, you was out last night, so maybe you didn't hear about the situation that happened in Chicago with Donald Trump.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I can report it. Well, last night at one of his rallies, there was a riot that broke out, and they did not have the rally, which infuriated a lot of his supporters, and there was some serving volley with protest supporters. But on a longer overhaul, what's your thoughts on Hillary, number one, opportunity for women president in America, and just your thoughts on the political process in general.
When I think Hillary, I think Clinton. The Clintons. I think that,
Monica Lewinsky.
Well, yeah,
I
don't really think about that. No, I think
Okay.
because that always
Hey, that was a
happens
good
anyway.
day.
And
That was a good
I
day.
don't think
I
that was
don't
bad.
know what you're
And
talking
she
about.
rolled out.
No, I made a lot of money when the Clintons were president. Don't get me wrong.
And she rolled out with her man. So I thought, nah. Like,
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You know,
okay.
like Clinton.
Some men need new experiences.
Exactly. Clintons, just the
Right.
Clintons. When I think about Hillary, I'm thinking, okay, it's the Clintons. I think the Clintons are going to be in office.
Right.
They know all the rooms.
Yeah.
Don't go in there. You know what happened last time.
Slurp, slurp.
Lord Jesus.
Squeak, squeak. You
But-
surf, I squeak. All right.
But I think it's going to be like Bill Clinton being in office all over.
Right.
And so on. The Trump situation, I think that's all a gimmick. I
Okay.
think that's all,
Propaganda.
Propaganda. If it does happen, that's going to be very scary. But to be honest, guys,
I might go to Toronto with
But,
DWI.
but
there.
Clinton.
That's funny.
But one thing about Trump, he's very charismatic. That's what.
he's very New York.
It
He's
just-
very
Yeah.
New York. He's throwing
Right.
it in
Yeah.
your face.
Right.
How is somebody coming into your house telling you what,
Yeah.
he's very aggressive and
Yeah.
feed into that.
Open-minded.
It would be
But
nice
it's
to see
not-
a woman
Yeah.
as
It's-
president.
it's
It'd just
not-
be
It would be nice.
It would
It's
just
not
We're
be
that-
nice.
nurturing.
You know, I mean, if you look at all the parties, I mean, it really
Right.
would be nice.
No
you
doubt.
know,
I mean, my thing is, I'm for the day. I
Definitely.
just believe from a political process, and I work in a political brand 9 to 5, is that I'm just not going to give my vote to a party just because I'm black.
No.
You know,
Right.
and I refuse. It seems that the Democrats only come around every 4 years. They go and they give some candy or some food away to the homeless, and they say, well, you know what, vote for me. And I think that's not enough.
Of course not.
And I just
No.
think, obviously, I'm not a Republican or Democrat. Give you a little insight on me. When in 1992, when Clinton first ran for president, I was at the Garden as a college student handing out information. I've always been part of the process, but at this point, you got to earn my vote, and my vote has to mean I'm not the same person I was over 20 years ago.
Exactly.
So you got to earn my vote and what makes sense for me. Now, I
Right.
looked at everybody individually. I'm not a Trump fan, certainly not a Cruz or Rubio fan. The guy I like is Kasich, but he doesn't like that's going to happen.
I like these nuts.
You know that already.
He's supporting
He,
Trump.
Yeah.
he got 80% of the vote. He should have 100%.
that's right.
So look, we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll come back. No break. Okay, backstage
Yeah.
said no break. We'll keep it going.
That's a Republican.
keep
A
going.
man that take charge, a homeowner.
I am the American dream. Damn it.
The man with the red tip.
Hella, what's new? What's coming up? Any events? Anything you wanna talk about?
Oh my God, there's so much stuff. Okay. Well, I have a men's underwear line coming out, so I'm working on that.
Underwear line.
Yeah, men's underwear
Okay.
line.
Can I be
Boxes
the first
or
model?
briefs?
Can I be a model? I want to be a model for that. Like, I don't want to be a
Heather,
model for that.
Tell me
I'm
some
known for that.
application
Heather,
like everybody
boxes or briefs?
Both.
I'm
Oh,
a big,
okay.
Can I do the boxes?
Any thought?
And
I don't wear briefs. I
I
would
really
do
feel like
boxes.
I'm the doctor when it comes to y'all tools. So I really.
I
don't-
think you have
know what I
you
mean?
would know a lot about
You would
that.
know what
Yeah.
fits right.
What fits right, okay? And how it needs to breathe.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Oh,
Lord.
y'all, see, I got y'all.
Backstage,
Yes.
you listening backstage? He's I wear briefs.
So, which is gonna be cool. So I got
Yes,
that, and
okay.
I actually I have the book that I'm working on,
Yes,
the portrait book,
I'm
the
excited to
Unforgettable
see
book.
this.
I've been working on that for like about 7-8 months now.
Yes.
So the book will be finished in June. I actually just finished shooting Kid and Play not too long ago.
Okay.
I'm going out to LA to shoot Keith David and what's it, Stephen Williams. I just
Okay.
shot Malcolm Joe Warner. So
nice.
the book is still going. So as soon as
Long.
I can't wait.
I'm looking
I
forward to
can't.
that
I know.
too.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. And then I'm business partners with Alonzo Brown. He created the show. He's executive producer of the Judge Mathis show.
Yes. Mhm.
We actually launched. It's coming out soon.
Okay.
Very soon.
Okay.
It's called BijouAudio.com.
Okay.
And we're launching a urban audio book company. So not only are you going to get experience of audiobooks, but it'll just be all urban titles.
Nice.
But it's going to give you the creation like the 1920s radio, where you're actually listening.
Everybody's
Yeah.
filtered
To a
around the
film.
boss, family around the
Right.
radio. The
Right, so
yeah.
we're going to actually sign up celebrities to do their own customized
Fantastic.
Wow.
audiobooks, reality
Okay.
stars,
There you go.
Yeah.
porn stars, you
There
know
you
what I
go.
mean? Some my
They
books.
can read.
We got children books,
Right.
crime stories.
I just think it's so phenomenal that you have taken. For if somebody closed their eyes and was in a coma for 30 and came out and said, "Wow, Heather Hunter is re-revolutionized the media game," I think if you think about it, and you at least and if you don't tap yourself in the back, I will, because from video and bringing up young models and inspiring models to the imagery and the way we look at things. Mended, because it takes a special mind to do that. Because I always tell people all the time, if you just run left or right, you will never go wrong. There used to be an old adage into telecom business, if you bought AT&T, you'll never get fired. But it takes a special person to go right to left, because it takes vision. Obviously Apple, Mr. Steve Jobs, and those people, it takes different. And we try to do things on this show to be different. While the world, and again, we have a good time. I know not to reality TV. We talk about that, but we want to be different. Because I want me to stand out. I want 950 and Kevin and Rodeo and Justice and Ed stand out.
Sound like Fat Albert back in the day. We want to learn something before
You're
it's
showing
done.
your age again, Rodeo.
Yeah. Look, I'll go back downstairs.
Bill's in court right now.
Nah, he's out. He's
just
out.
knocked me.
now.
You see, Heather, I came up, he just knocked me back down.
No, Heather took you down, not me. But while we got a few minutes left in the show, I want to first of all, thank you for coming back up again.
Appreciate it.
DiDi on Sour Sleep.
Great to have.
Still beautiful as ever. You need those sunglasses. Thank you.
I was going to
I want to thank
like Biggie, wipe the cold from your eyes.
Miss Jocelyn Johnson for coming on the show, Miss Lisa Taylor. And again, a big shout out to my homegirl,
They
Ms.
already
Letitia
started.
Bennett. I can't thank you enough.
So
Can you come in for a second? You already dressed. You took the koof off, so you could.
She already turned down for what?
Let's walk.
Yeah.
Again, for people who don't know, obviously, I want you just to give a quick little announcement. I know this is not normally what you do, but you do it so well. So real quick, tell people where they can find information on you and your brand.
Well, my actual brand is Unique Dazzle Surgicals.
But don't talk about shoes and food and feet in the same conversation.
Well, today,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was.
Heather said that could be a new line. Shoes, feet, and clothes.
Anyway, I was kind enough to do my friend a favor, Kevin, and do a brunch for him. And of course, because we have Heather Hunter, so it was a special.
Had nothing to do with me.
Anyway, but yes, you can find me on Instagram at Healing with Beauty, and hopefully, maybe I might start a catering business.
You should.
Yes.
You should.
Yes.
DiDi, thank you so much one more time. Where can people find information on you? See those free pictures, not the pay. They gotta pay for the other stuff, but the free stuff, they can find more information about you.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
You can find me on Instagram right now, Cherry Darling, and
That's
3
the name.
underscores.
Raspberry Beret.
Do you know where Cherry Darling comes from? Not too many people know who that is.
Educators. I know Rodeo wouldn't.
I would love to find out.
Do you remember the Quentin?
pay him no money.
Excite me in my basement. I'm in the basement, so I can't go no further down. So excite me.
No, go on under the table. But go ahead.
On your knees while you're at it.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Cherry Darling, do you remember a Quentin Tarantino movie called Grindhouse?
Yes.
She was the girl with the AK-47 on her foot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember her?
Okay.
Remember her?
Yes, I
She
do.
shoot motherfuckers, just-
Yes.
That's Cherry Darling.
Okay.
I watched that movie like when it first came out, and I just became obsessed.
That's a different side of your different
Boy.
personality, a different layer of you.
I could
Yeah.
see you ain't get it from the 10 Commandments.
Let my people.
Yeah, you remember the one with the AK-47? Like, yes, Lord, yeah.
Heather, without any further ado, people, I know they can find you but where can you want them to find you at?
Actually, Hunter Heather on Instagram or Twitter, Hunter Heather. Anywhere you can find my name backwards, that's where I'm at.
Double H.
You know what? It's a lot of things we could say, but we ain't gonna say because we all a family show.
Again, and any time you want to come up, you just
Thank
you
you,
hit me up.
sweetie.
Fam, I'm ready to come on. You just call me.
Just
and
come
on.
backwards.
Thank you.
DiDi, you have the same
Appreciate
outlet, and I gotta
Thank
tell
you.
you, if you choose to do this, you got something. You can do this thing behind this mic. I'm gonna tell you that right now because you are really on point. I hate to see you with 8 hours sleep. If you can do this on couple, But again, thank you so much. Truly a pleasure. And thank the brother where's the brother that drove you here? He outside.
Yeah, you know,
Right
like,
here.
damn, you already got him in the
No
car
doubt.
already. Damn,
I gotta know
man.
respect to him because
Me and-
obviously,
yes.
Me and Lucas got the same birthday.
Oh, there you go, Lucas. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we're gonna end the show now. I want to thank everybody for coming on. It's Knowledge. We bring it here every Saturday, 10 to 12.
Definitely.
Look for our YouTube clips every week. About Wednesday, we'll have that sponsored by DSN. And again, as I always say, it's my house, but you always got a seat. We'll see you next week. Peace and God bless.
Hey, it's your favorite Aussie, Melly
Bye.
Mel. You're listening to DSN The Matrix Studios, the #1 network in America.